Shut up and sit down.
Do you like power? Do you like power? Then you love the Power Hour.
Good day and welcome to the Power Hour. We're back. It's number 8. Polly, how the bloody hell are you?
Oh, you know what, matey? I am feeling great for PH8. How about you?
I am in a state for PH8. And also, we've got a special guest. We've got the man, the legend, commentary, also known as Adam, our editor. Adam, how the bloody hell are you?
I'm doing fine and dandy, boys. How are you?
So to recap, I'm in a state for Power Hour 8.
To recap, how you feel?
I'm also great. I feel great right now as well.
Because it's Power Hour 8. You've got to always feel great.
I didn't this morning. I was very rough this morning. First real hangover of lockdown, and haven't really recovered since then.
Yeah, I'm a little bit rough myself. I had a pint like midday, just the one, and I just feel like shit since. I just feel like
ruined you.
Really tired. Just like I can't drink unless I'm properly drinking.
We all had reasons to celebrate. The first Monday Night Tuesday went out on Wednesday, and what a show it was. What a show. We'll be recapping that in detail later, but boys, I think we did an absolute brilliant job.
I
think we deserved this weekend's a bit of partying, didn't we?
Yeah, there's a lot of hard work went into it.
Yeah, despite imminently trying to really undercut all our hard work, I think, it was a good show. Good feedback.
Like he's trying to mess us up at every turn, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did a great vignette.
Yeah, I'm not sure that might cap.
Yeah,
that was superb.
I wonder what he's been spending his time doing.
Just knowing Imminently's track record, I'm just thinking, is this all going to be a big ruse? We'll have to see next episode, I suppose, won't we?
Well, he is going to be on for an interview this episode, so we can ask him.
Just ask him then.
We can ask him. So that's coming up. That's coming up later on. So we've got another interview with Misunderstood, our first female wrestler. So
woohoo!
Exclusive news, Misunderstood. She's talking about
give divas a chance.
Give divas every chance, and we will be. With Misunderstood, we'll be literally word for word taking in everything she says and broadcasting it back to you.
We are all ears.
And of course, we'll be talking about what happens when you die. So we've got some good feedback from our followers, and we've got some feedback from the Monday Night Tuesday roster. So we'll go through that as well.
Brilliant, absolutely. Do you think, Ross, maybe we should have a song?
Yeah, absolutely.
Minnie Mouse, Minnie Milks, Lynn, I'm not driving a mini metro, Moxley. This is Minnie Riperton with Inside Your Love.
come inside me? Will you come inside me? You can come inside me. Will you come inside me? Come inside me. Will you come inside?
That was Minnie Riperton with Inside Your Love. It's time to talk about our friends, the Marks in Georgia and the Fed in New York. Quite a lot going on. I think the big news is Bruce Pritchard, the ghost that doesn't go away, apart from to make podcasts and then gets re-signed, has outlasted Heyman. Paul Heyman sacked from his Raw creative writing duties.
Yeah, so that, I mean, like, apparently it wasn't a big surprise that this has happened, but
Yeah, so I've sort of seen the news, but I don't know why. So if someone could like fill me in with what's going on,
Philip you in.
Philip me in.
Philippine. So from what I gather, the what Meltzer was saying about it was Vince was concerned that they weren't making new stars. But pretty much every star is on SmackDown now. The only star that was remaining on Raw was Becky Lynch, or Preggy Lynch, as she's known now. So, to be fair to Heyman, he tried to make new stars. He's been pushing the likes of Andrade, like Garza fella, Apollo Crews on the US belt at the moment. So he is trying to get people over. But obviously that takes time, and Vince is kind of.
I was gonna say with Apollo, like he should have stayed in NXT for a little bit longer. I always thought like they brought him up too early, and that just absolutely ruined him from the start. It was taking him quite a while to like get back.
He got lost in the shuffle, didn't he?
Yeah, I was actually watching the Fed when Apollo was first coming up, and I was just a bit like, I don't know anything about his character. Like, I don't know what he's supposed to be.
And,
he was just
that's the thing. He didn't have one.
Muscly, smiling baby face, which just seems to be what they do for everyone who comes up now. They're either a dastardly heel or they're just like a really boring baby face that just it just smiles. They're just happy to be there.
Yeah, and kind of like the superstar was on Monday Night Tuesday. He's just happy to be called up from developmental.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah, I think he was brought up a little too early. I mean, not our choice, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll save that for later.
Yeah, but I think I think Heyman was trying, but if you're going to put all your stars on SmackDown, and obviously COVID hit, and you've got likes of Reigns, who's not he's not turning up. Fully understandable why. But it kind of all falls down to the old discussion we have of you need to make new stars, and you can't keep doing that if you have a part-timer come back and goes over everything, i.e. Goldberg.
Yeah, I just wonder how much control he actually has over what gets said. Yeah, because I've always got the impression from Paul Heyman that he knows the business. Like, I was watching some old Attitude Era, I suppose post Attitude Era, when he's on commentary with Jim Ross, and he's great, like, in comparison to like what we've got now.
Talker.
Yeah, but he knows what's going on. He's explaining, what the wrestlers doing. Oh, he's working on this arm and that kind of thing, and he just doesn't get done anymore. But so I just wonder. I'm sure he knows what he wants to do. It's just whether Vince is letting him.
You got Vince, haven't you?
And also, is Brock going to be around anytime soon? Especially now they're not on TV. So, is he going to be on? Not. Is he going to be on? Is he going to have a new Paul Heyman guy, or are we just not going to see him for a while?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Brock's not going to fly in, is he, for a COVID show? You wouldn't think. So it might be a while until we see him.
Yeah.
What we did see, though, on SmackDown was the Intercontinental Tournament final of AJ vs. Bryan. I watched it today. Enjoyed it. It's quite an old-fashioned wrestling match of a lot of kind of nice ring work. You have all of the segments kind of like the old style wrestling, and then actually working limbs from both of them. Brilliant.
I loved it.
Storyline.
That's great. Exactly why I want SmackDown. If SmackDown was like that every week, they had a really solid wrestler match, then I would probably watch it more. Like, I really...
Yeah, and a good match. It didn't drag. And
no, it was quite long.
It's great to see a match ending.
It was quite long, but it didn't.
I know, it didn't feel like it was long.
Yeah.
What was it, about 15, 20, was it?
No, it was longer.
No,
it was like
25, 30.
30.
Was it?
Yeah, it was 30,
okay.
35 minutes.
Yeah. But, and great to see, there was no kick out of finishes.
Yeah.
There's no need to. There was no spamming of finishes. He hit, I think there was a few submissions attempts, and then they kind of got to the ropes. And then there was I think AJ hit a Styles Clash, but that was more of a counter and a kind of a rest spot. And then He hit the phenomenal forearm. That was it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the bit where
great
he hooked Brian's leg on the rope and was like to stop him from doing the S kicks.
Kicks.
Yeah, like that was I love all that type of wrestling.
Yeah,
that just seems to be the way that they've done, like, it's a big match, so people have to kick out of finishes. I think that's the only way they can figure out how to do an exciting match these days.
You don't see that enough though, do you? Like,
yeah, like they killed the Stars Clash like really early, if I remember correctly. Like,
I don't think they really, his first big match. Like it, do they?
No, but someone kicked out of it like straight away. Like,
was it Jericho? Mania? Remember? It was when Jericho beat him at Mania.
True. But you also had this week you had In Your House NXT. Not a great takeover. They've done a lot of takeovers, and they're usually the highlight of that month. I didn't think it was amazing. I'm still having headaches from that Adam Cole dream match. Just camera cuts and shakes. Like, of all like the kind of like theme matches they've done since lockdown, by far the worst. It just didn't work for me. I just Undisputed Era turning up in a fucking Uber. Just didn't enjoy it. It was it's dark. It's like, well, I don't want to speak. The Boneyard match, it's in a fucking graveyard, and it was still illuminated. Why the fuck is it shot watching it? Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not a real fight. You can have fucking lights on it. It's fine.
Yeah, we all knew a long time ago that, like, you need a camera crew and all that. It's not like we're like, oh, this is real. There's one guy following him around with a handheld camera. Like, we know you've got a full setup.
Yeah.
If you're going to do like a live action match like they did, they work better with multi-man, like the Marks in Georgia. So if you obviously the only
Stadium
singles
Stampede,
ones that have been like this, they were like cinematic, and that worked well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, these ones did not work. It did not work well. The only good bits were where, like, at least when Undisputed Era came in, and that blonde fella, I don't know who he is, like, there was more action because it was it was cutting to different people. That kind of like worked a bit more, but I was really let down by this. The only part I did like was
it's usual fucking Kevin Dunn.
Adam Cole turning up in a monster truck. I mean, like, how lame monster trucks are, they are still kind of cool. That was quite good. And Dream turning up in a Lamborghini.
Yeah, I did enjoy that, and then but then I was thinking it, and then Mauro said it and went, I thought he'd be in a little red Corvette. I was like, yeah, why isn't he in that?
Yeah, it would make so much more
that's
sense.
That would be the perfect time to do this.
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
than a Lamborghini makes less sense. But if you are going to do that for whatever reason, don't then say, actually, this is shit. We should have done it this way.
Yeah, Don't tell the better option.
Don't give away the secrets. But you also had that match, and you had I think the main was the women's belt.
Yeah, good match.
Good to see Charlotte finally out. Yeah, finally out the title picture though.
So is Charlotte, like, for me who hasn't watched Paul's Lads in Orlando for a while, well, how has it been? Like, because I know Charlotte went down. Did she? She went back down. She went down.
Allegedly.
She went back down to NXT, didn't she? Or is she going flip-flopping back up and down?
She's just been on NXT.
She's back on Raw now.
Oh, is she? Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm wrong.
She's facing Asuka for the Raw women's title now.
The thing is, like, I like Charlotte, and I think she's really good, but she's a 12-time champion, and how long she's been in, like 5-6 years.
Really old now.
They're trying to beat Ric
it was funny
record.
though. She has said on Raw, she was like, Asuka, it's like, it's not the title that makes the person. And it was like, oh, you must be so fucking self-aware. Like, the fact that you just keep giving the title, and no one's that fussed about you. But ultimately, her matches generally are decent
she's
quality.
Good, but it's, for this thing is why they're trying to beat Rick's record in record time. Like, he did that over like 35 years.
Yeah, it's like a massive, ridiculous career.
She was already like a 10-time champion after like being like 4 years in or something. Like, it's
it doesn't mean a thing when you just keep flip-flopping and just giving the title to other people.
Well, there was a time when it was literally like every week, like her and Sasha would trade the belt.
Yeah,
and it would lead it was honestly it was literally
every
pay-per-view
Charlotte won
Raw,
it back,
pay-per-view Raw.
Yeah,
and then you'd have like Sasha like fucking crying at the end, winning a belt and then losing it again. It's like, why hotshot it? If you want to stick with one person, don't give someone a crap, because then every time you do it, it's diminishing returns. Every single time you crown someone, and take it away from them, the pop's going to get lower and lower and lower and lower, and then they go, actually, I don't give a shit because they can't hold the belt. So obviously a lot of wrestling is the chase of getting the title, but once they do win it, if you throw it away, then people are like, oh, they're fucking loser, Well,
it diminishes the importance of the title as well. I think if it changes too much.
Yeah,
but I mean, I do like all 3 women in that match, and I'm glad that Io won.
Yeah. Some fresh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Io
from
Winnie the Pooh.
In a surprising instance,
she hit
very very briefly.
Did you see the moonsault that she hit at the end?
Oh, so went on the figure 8. It
looked like it twatted Rhea in the face.
Yeah, a bit actually. Yeah,
bit naughty that.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, especially when these things aren't being filmed live. You can definitely get up and have another go.
Yeah, true.
Doesn't need to be live, but yeah, that's what they're trying to do. But yeah, tonight, we've got Backlash.
Yay!
I'll be honest with you, didn't know it was on until
until you told me before.
I was like, shit, Backlash is on.
Yeah, you literally I didn't know it was on tonight until you said in the group chat before.
I've been a brief run of the card. You've got Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders for the Raw Tag Belts. Apollo Crews versus Andrade for the United States Championship. Bayley and Sasha Banks, the women's tag champs, they're defending against Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, and the Iconics. You've got Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus, Asuka versus Nia Jax, Braun Strowman versus The Miz and John Morrison in a 2-on-1 handicap match for the WWE Universal Championship. Interesting. And then Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley for the other strap. And the main event, can't wait for this one, the greatest ever wrestling match.
Yeah, so what
Edge
is
versus
this?
Randy Orton.
Why is it getting
What is this? Why are they billing it as the greatest? Yeah, that's setting yourself up for a fall, though, isn't
it's
it?
Fucking,
really?
well, even Edge said it's fucking stupid. But what I don't get what the entire feud is, and it's the feud's in reverse. You can't have a fucking blood match and then have a singles match. It makes no sense. It's like saying off you straight in there, and then actually let's have another fight, but it'll be a tickle fight. It's fucking shit. You can't. You built it.
You've got to escalate things, don't you? You can't just
you get the wrong way. Well, completely the wrong way.
Is it an actual wrestling match they're doing? Just a normal wrestling match?
Yeah. So you've had a full scrap of each other, lads. So why now would you have a singles match?
But Chris, it's gonna be the greatest wrestling match.
And has this already been filmed? Is it all pre-taped?
I think so. Yeah. It's not live. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, they're setting themselves up for a fall, like they're bigging it up a little bit too much.
I'm not gonna lie.
Have they seen the match and gone, actually, it is fucking amazing, so we're going to bill it as this?
Yeah, well, we'll be the judge of that.
Defend New York. Prove us wrong.
If they've already filmed it and it's not that good and they're still doing it, you'd be like, lads, before we put this out, let's just not call it this.
Let's send this to Big Davey Meltz first and then just see what he thinks.
But the only, looking back, with Orton, I think the only Orton match where I was like, that was really good, was his singles match with Seth.
Yeah, that's the only match
and
I actually enjoyed.
The only other matches I enjoyed was his Evolution versus the Shield. I'm not a big he's all right, but he's not in there. He's
not a great singles competitor.
No, he's not.
But he's very good. He's very good in gimmick matches like Survivor Series. He's very good. Elimination Chamber. He's very good in them kind of multi-man elimination things. He's really good because I think it plays into his character quite well.
Vince trusts him to get his head split open as well, apparently.
Twatting him,
That was the weirdest match I've ever seen. I was like, okay, is that it then? Yeah, he just gets his head split open and that's the match.
Fucking hard way.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our recap of the wrestling world. So, Chris, should we have a song?
Duck, duck, goose, duck and L. How big is Batista's duck? Moxley. This is Duck Sauce with Anyway.
That was Duck Sauce of Anyway. It's time for Polly's pandemic update. Polly, what have you been up to during isolation this week?
Well, Ross, I have back to work last 2 weeks, so that's a bit of normality. So I've been lots of bike rides. So I've been commuting on the bike instead of getting the train. So I don't have to wear. I was going to say gas mask, so I don't have to wear a mask. And let the audience know that my balls haven't gone back up. So it's been all good. Plenty of bike rides under my belt, as well as my balls. Apart from that,
a refreshing change.
Apart from that, not much. Just been focusing on Monday night, Tuesday. Start my college course tomorrow, which is online, and I am on day 70 of not having a ciggy.
Woo!
So
yeah,
very nice.
I think that's about it from me, really.
Lovely stuff. I think we talked earlier that about getting drunk. I after isolation now for nearly 3 months, returned to the hangover community.
The what community?
The hangover community.
All right.
Yeah. As I said, very ill this morning. Not in a good shape, but yeah, it feels weird to be back. I mean, I've been drinking quite a lot during isolation. I'm not an alcoholic, just it's boredom.
Yeah. See, I've been like I haven't been drinking that much because as I say, I think I just have one or two, and it just kills me off the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So I haven't been doing it. So that's just me.
But we had a few.
My weekends are very beer heavy weekends. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. I've always had a good few, and when we on house party or doing this or whatever. But I think this was the first time that we actually had people around because we can now have people in the garden. We got our garden done, and the weather was nice. So. Yeah, it's got fucking trashed. It did not feel good. And then my dog spewed up on my bed this morning. So, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, nice. So it was not a good morning for us this morning, but yeah, bouncing back now. Adam, what about you?
Well, I haven't really talked about because this is the first time I've been on, but that you know of. but yeah, it's
don't break kayfabe, baby.
Oh, can't. No, of course. We'll chop that bit. Yeah. So just been working from home. I still, as of what time is it now? Nearly 9 o'clock. I still don't know if I'm in work tomorrow as normal because they're being really wishy-washy about it. I'm hearing different things from different people. So I'm waiting for a rota to come out to find out if I'm in tomorrow or not.
Yeah, I think everyone's been the same around that one. Especially with the R rating, it's just kind of crazy, isn't it? No one really knows what's going on. And I think we are going to see a second spike because I think people have given up on the whole we'll isolate. So I think we probably are heading for it.
You can thank Big Dom Cummins for that.
Yeah, Big Dom Cummins, Barn and Castle.
Yeah, everyone's just lost faith in the lockdown, haven't they? I suppose. Just getting really pissed off with it. But we've had MNT to keep me busy and been editing the Power Hour.
And you've done an absolute sterling job. I think me and
oh, thank you.
Me and Ross have been very without you doing this, it'd be crap. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, it is actually my job in real life. So if I wasn't good at it, I'd be a bit worried. So yeah, it's been good. But yeah, it takes about 3 1/3 normal hours to make 1 powerful hour. So
it's worth every single time.
What happens if you add Kurt Angle into the mix?
Oh, well, I can't remember.
How many hours would it be?
It would be 6 and 2/3, I suppose it would be in Steiner math.
Hang on, I'm just writing this down. I'm writing this down. So okay, that does make sense. But so what's going to happen at Backlash in the greatest ever match then?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. It's going to spell disaster for you at Backlash.
not sacrifice.
No, yeah. Backlash. All right, very silly, and that's nice little update there of what's going on in isolation. Clearly, we're all losing our minds. So while we try and reboot the servers of our own mind and Lizard Lounge, let's have a song.
Oh, is it my go?
Yes,
it is indeed.
Oh, bloody hell! Oh, I'm nervous. Okay, let's see if I actually know how to do this. Okay. Daddy Longlegs, Big Daddy Cool, the Granddaddy of them all, Moxley. This is AM 180 by Granddaddy.
important to us like whatever. We'll defuse bombs, walk marathons, and take on whatever together.
That was Granddaddy with AM 180. Time for us to review Monday Night Tuesday, the first show, the first of many, and what a show on that Wednesday night from the Waterfront Arena, the sold-out, socially distant Waterfront Arena. Guys, what an honour and privilege it was to be in the commentary booth with you during that first inaugural show.
Brilliant.
Same
Can't
here.
believe it actually got done in the end.
It's good to not come on here and have to big a show up. We've actually,
that doesn't exist. That no one really knows about.
Yeah, we've actually done it now. We can review it.
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
Yeah, I've been mentioning it to people for ages, for months and months, but to actually make it and people to actually see it, they think, oh, it's just a little joke. But now it's actually turned into a real thing. It's just
I don't think people realise we've literally been talking about this for a good 7 years.
Yeah,
it's a long time ago. It's
before WrestleMania 30, I think.
We were coming up with we were thinking of things then it's a long time coming.
Yeah.
And I think
we've been cutting promos on each other for 6-7 years.
I think this is one of the positives we've got to take from the pandemic is that we've done this, because this probably never would have happened.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have.
And we'd have just continued to come up with ideas and never would have got anywhere.
Yeah.
We've never done them, yeah.
Yeah, because everyone I've told thinks it's hilarious, so I've always wanted to do it, but just never had the time.
But even we've been going to wrestling shows on the train or on a coach, and people have overheard us talking about Monday Night Tuesday and been like, "What are you talking about? That sounds boss."
Yeah.
So to actually get it down,
funny, Polly. Don't fucking give us too much credit.
Are you messing?
Oh, that sounds boss.
Are you messing? We have over 100 views.
I'll have you know.
We've made it. We've absolutely made it. We've won the rating war this week.
We're the next PewDiePie.
Yeah. Looking forward to the demographics coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Finding out where we stand.
But I think we should maybe run through the cards and what we all thought about it.
Yeah, so obviously the first match, your favourite, my favourite, Oil against Manrantula. Manrantula, valiant effort and full fair fucks to him. But
yeah,
he really needs to consider what he was doing there, and he should have really have tried to conserve energy before the battle royal.
He kicked out on quite a few, didn't he? He kicked out on quite a few.
He did.
And to be honest, he came straight out of the gate and hit a deep web within the first minute of the match. And he nearly put Oil away.
He did try and end it, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he got Oil out the ring at one point and went for a big high spot, and
he threw Oil over the ropes twice.
If he'd have landed that, it could have been a different story.
He threw Oil over the ropes twice and then didn't end up throwing anyone out of the battle royale.
No, but you know what? We listen to our audience. Our audience have been saying we want more Manrantula. We want to see Manrantula. I'm the biggest Fanrantula. The Fanrantulas around the world have spoken, and maybe it wasn't fair that he had to have two matches, and maybe it wasn't fair that he had to replace his he couldn't replace his arms that were hurt with some of the other 6 ones he has. So we listened and said, you know what? It's fine. So exclusive news: the Battle Royal for the second Monday Night Tuesday. Manrantula gets a second go. He is in the Battle Royal. We're giving him another shot.
Well, he's got to get past. This is the big issue. He's got to get past chest of drawers to get into that Battle Royal. That's the thing.
Who was the winner of the first Battle Royal?
Yeah, because we're giving him a chance. You see, because we want him to have a chance, and to prove that he could have won that match without having a match earlier, he's got to beat the actual winner of the match. So
So Manrantula is getting a second chance. Chest of Drawers, Manrantula 1v1 on the Monday Night Tuesday Volume 2. So Manrantula, all you Fanrantulas around the world, and that's across the globe for our following. Keep fighting the good fight, boys.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks, lads.
Shout out to Adrian again, your biggest mate, Manrantula. Yeah, let's see what we can do.
Absolutely.
But the rest of the card, we mentioned Chest of Drawers there. we'll have to ask imminently, what was he playing at? Why was he having, pyro for just the draws?
Oh, yeah, that's very dangerous.
He's a fire hazard. Completely stupid from imminently, and health and safety.
I know. He's probably been. I don't know if varnish is flammable.
Well, the one he uses anyway.
Yeah. It's.
To be honest with you, I don't want to find out. It's
just don't risk it.
He was not happy. He walked into gorilla position afterwards, and once he got around Chunky Monkey, he was not happy.
He certainly wasn't.
He was not happy. So,
considering he is potentially the first holder of the championship ship, you don't want to be setting your champion on fire.
Yeah, you certainly don't.
We need to keep him on the good books and imminently nearly ruin that.
No Inferno matches. Imminently, no. We don't have no Inferno matches.
Absolutely.
No, we won't be doing that.
No.
And obviously, we had the scientist with his mystery opponent. It turned out to be the superstar from Developmental.
If you're going to pick a member of the roster, we've named people that are in this company. If Man Ranchler's double booked, he could have easily have just went Chunky Monkey. Do you want to be my partner?
Yeah.
Or Chester, you know what I mean? Like, he could have done it.
Yeah.
It's just silly that he's entered the tag division in the first place. There wasn't enough roster spots on for singles action, so he's obviously thought, I'll join the tag division, but you can't just willy-nilly say I'm going to join the tag division and not have a partner.
I suppose that's what happens when you're spending a lot of your time addicted to insulin. You kind of lose that
it messes with your brain.
I don't think he's all there right now. I think he's he's very up, and then sometimes he's very down. We've got to be very
careful.
But he actually has been in touch this week, guys. He has been in touch. And he is looking for a new partner. So maybe in future weeks of the Power Hour, leading to MNT2, we will find out.
Hopefully he doesn't leave it to the last minute, though.
No.
But, no. I think the Tough Nuts, solid tag team, the veterans of the game, I think they did very well.
Yeah, they give a good showing of themselves. And they did. They could actually make it into the tag team title scene when we start seeing a tag team champion.
I think we'll have news in the coming weeks on that.
It depends how. I think it really depends on if they can get some time out their busy schedule defending Winston Churchill's statue to actually wrestle. But if they can't,
they've been down there today.
You can't.
Racist been organising it for everyone.
You can't defend statues and then the next night defend your tag team championship.
Exactly.
Pick a side. Exactly.
Yeah.
But then after that, we had Greg's promo. Strong words indeed.
Very strong words. The crowd were really into it. They seem to really like Greg.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
I
know who doesn't. The chefs.
Yeah, so looking forward to him more.
Oh, the chefs, yes, of course they do.
Yeah, the catering, we're not happy with him. Yeah. No. More flumps, he says.
I don't know about...
Yeah, the chefs are actually telling me that, they were losing the actual food under the big pile of flumps that got delivered.
I don't know about you guys, but I went to get food after the show. I went to catering. It's not left.
It's just all gone.
It was just powdered sugar leading to the back door, leading to Greg.
It's just a giant pile of flumps, and he just went through them all. And I haven't had a flump in a while. I was looking forward, to getting all these flumps delivered.
But you never said that sentence before, lad.
No, but I haven't. It's been a long time since I've had a flump, and I knew, saw the order for the food.
Yeah, it's going to be longer
when the food bill came through.
If you have to wait for Greg, I'll tell you, it's going to be a lot longer till you get a flump.
I think if I were you boys, I would wait 2 weeks, eat loads of flumps. Because the week after that, you're not going to eat. When it's MNT, we're not going to have an opportunity to eat a flump.
Exactly. I know you can't get a flump around Greg. He'll go for it.
No, he'll go for you as well.
Yep.
But some exciting news. The next Battle Royal. We've got a name for that. One of you wants to reveal who's going to be the first competitor within that Battle Royal on Monday Night Tuesday too.
Adam, would you like to do that? Because we've already announced that Oil will be in it, and we've already announced that the Headmaster will be in it. But we did have one more name.
Oh yeah, so we've got all the way from Nonce Camp in Bootle. We have the Kiddie Fiddler. He's come all the way from his roots in Ireland all the way to Nonce Camp, and now he's coming to Monday Night Tuesday. I can't wait. Now we should just be clear, very, very, very clear, that although his name would suggest, some very bad things, the Kiddie Fiddler is actually he plays fiddle for children in
teaches
various
the violin
schools around the country.
Schools,
yeah, he's a violin teacher, and he goes around and does performances, and and teaches young children. So you got to name the kiddie fiddler. This was years ago.
He specialises in one lessons, I believe, as well.
Yeah. I would like to just point out that he has had a DBS check to come to Monday Night Tuesday. So, don't try and get us with any sort of lawsuits because we haven't got a good lawyer for one.
Our legal counsel's crap, so legally is not good. So please don't.
He can show his DBS.
Yeah, that's essential for us here at M&T.
And last week obviously we were joined by the Overgiver. He dropped in, wishing us all a long life. So I'm sure we'll see him on an upcoming Monday Night Tuesday.
Certainly will.
I think over the next few weeks we'll reveal more names especially for the Battle Royale, but mainly for episode 2 of Monday Night Tuesday. We'll give a little bit more away each week.
Mm-hmm. Certainly, but you've got to think. So far out of those 3, you can't really look past Oil in that one, can you?
I mean,
no. Oil. It's a strong showing in the first episode.
Who doesn't like Oil?
I don't know. I mean, it's stark contrast to a couple of weeks ago when, he was in negative. He was negative on the stock market for the first time ever.
That's when we signed him.
Exactly. Sign at the bottom, and stock can only go up.
He paid us. And, so we've also got very exciting news. The women's division is kicking off. So the first women's match in Monday Night Tuesday, you've got Misunderstood, who'll be here later, and she'll be fighting Superb. Actually, Mr. Perfect's niece. So, Superb will be here Monday Night Tuesday.
Absolutely. Cannot wait for that. It will be interesting to hear what she's got to say later. We're all ears.
Absolutely. Can't wait to hear and absolutely be very clear on what she says and relay that back to you. Really looking forward to that. And imminently, of course, he'll be here later, so we'll be able to ask him some searching questions.
Cannot wait. I really need to ask him some questions anyway. So I'm glad he's
especially about this pyro business. That was it was not on. We need to get some questions, but he'll be here, so we'll have a good old chat with our friend imminently.
Brilliant. Cannot wait.
Adam, let's have a song.
Bunny Rabbit, Rabbit Dog, Rabbit Wolverine, Moxley. This is Frightened Rabbit with the Woodpile.
Floor, removed from the red meat market, I look for a fire door, an escape from the drums and barking, bereft of all social charms. Struck down by the hand of fear, I fall into the coroner's arms. Same way that I've done for years, I'm trapped in a collapsing building. Come find me now, we'll hide and we'll speak in
was Frightened Rabbit with the Woodpile, and we're joined by the first female wrestler in Monday Night Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lizard Lounge, Misunderstood.
Woo! Thanks.
Oh, well, I mean, you could have said thank you, but, fair enough. So, Chris.
Strong words already.
Chris, do you want to open some questions for our guest?
Oh, absolutely. So, Misunderstood, you are the first signee. We were getting our female roster together, and we thought we need to get a strong first woman in the division. So, thank you for joining us. So, is there anything that you'd like to say to the fans of MNT?
I'd just like to say thanks for, the opportunity to be in here. I've been, around the places a few times, been a few divisions, but I'm just here to prove myself because I just don't think sometimes they just don't get me. But I think hopefully this is the right place for me to be right now.
So I think what you're saying is you've been everywhere else, and you kind of thought, well, fuck it, Monday Night Tuesday. I've proven myself, and they're losers. So thanks for that.
Yeah,
I think that's a bit rude.
Not very nice to say.
Yeah, I picked up on that as well.
Yeah, strong words. Not nice words either.
No,
Misunderstood.
Certainly weren't. Not off to a good start, is it?
No, not off to a great start.
Boys, you have any questions?
Commentary?
I would just like to get your opinion on who you thought did really well in the first episode of Monday Tuesday, and maybe you thought did not so well, and what you think is going to happen in the company going forward.
Well, I'm quite excited to see how the women get involved. Obviously, it was a bit of an all male match on the first episode. I mean, not really equal at the moment, but that's why I'm here, to make sure that it's all 50-50. There's a few of them I liked. Oil was very impressive, I think. Chester Draws was quite good. The Spider-Man fella, whatever his name is.
It's not important what his name is. No one really cares.
We don't really care. No.
Yeah. He was. He did the double whammy, so good on him. But again, I am interested to see how the women do well, because I think women are here to stay. So.
I mean, they're quite strong words right there.
Yeah, but to play that back to you all guys, I think what she's saying is that there shouldn't ever be any men on the show. It should be an entirely women's show.
Yeah.
Like Stardom in Japan. I'm not really sure that's what we're about. I think it's equal opportunity, and that's why we're here.
I think she did. What I got from that was, if there are men, it's a 90-10.
Yeah,
split.
I thought it was a bit strange where you said that you think all the men should get paid a lot more than the women should get paid. I thought that was a bit strange coming from a woman in the company.
I just
I'm actually shocked to hear you don't like Oil. I think that's the first person I've heard say that. Yeah.
I love him. You love him. Everyone loves him. Weird.
No, you're just not getting it, guys. Like, I think he's just really good. It's like quite like.
No. I think we had it clear enough.
I think we had it loud and clear the first time you said it.
We heard what you said.
Yeah, not impressed. Not laughing.
I think we should move on.
We'll move on. The usual question. How big is Batista's duck?
Well, it depends what duck you're talking about, I think. I quite like a rubber ducky in the bath. I've got a bit of a collection, to be fair. I've got a cow print one, I've got a hippie duck. But with Batista, I think he's got, the mega-sized duck, to make sure everything's covered, if you know what I mean. I'm saying pretty big. Let's go with that.
I can't believe what you're hearing. The first person saying that he has the smallest duck in the whole world.
Oh,
yeah.
Why?
Everyone else was saying it's really big. It's a bit strange that you think it's small.
I mean, he's a big guy. You'd think he'd have a big duck.
I think that's a fourth one as well, after Guardians.
All that Guardians money.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
maybe
what
just
say,
skimping out. Yeah,
big guy.
Where's the Guardians money, Dave?
Not being spent on rubber ducks, apparently.
No, he's not spending his money wisely.
Well, so we talked about it a bit earlier, but we've got your first match booked up. So who are you looking forward to fighting? Who do you want to face in your first match?
I think I've seen a few of the female wrestlers out there, and I'm quite impressed with a lot of them. There are a few, but I think my first match, my first opponent, the first female match I'd like to see with myself would be Sue Chef. I think she's got a lot going on, and I'd like to give her the best fight possible.
Okay, I mean, not.
We'll make that happen. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Yeah, we announced it earlier, but I'm glad you agree with us. So the first match, Misunderstood versus Superb.
Oh, brilliant! It's gonna be great.
What a match that's gonna be! What a match! I'm glad you said that because we already lined it up. She's already booked, so it's perfect that you actually agreed.
I want to see the chef variety.
Loud and clear, Superb.
Loud and clear, great interview. Really enjoyed all those answers. Everyone, that was a Misunderstood. Thank you very much for coming on to the Power Hour.
Thank you.
We'll see you on Monday and Tuesday. Thanks very much.
Ta-ra then.
See you then, lads.
Yeah, she could have said bye. She could have said bye.
Yeah, I didn't hear so bye. Rude. I heard some gibberish, but I didn't hear a bye.
No, I don't know. I think the three of us knew what she was saying. We all heard it, but
I think it was quite hard to understand, but I think we did a good job of dissecting what she was actually trying to.
We certainly did. We certainly did.
Yeah. Anyway, Minefield, Minecraft, Mein Kampf, Are You Mine, Moxley. This is Arctic Monkeys with Are You Mine by Arctic Monkeys. So this week, some big news indeed. PlayStation 5 was revealed.
Woo.
Yeah. My immediate thought was it looks a bit like the tower in Lord of the Rings that Sauron lives at. But yeah, I'm very much an Xbox guy, so I'll throw comments over to you two guys.
Well, I mean, I was a big Xbox. I preferred the 360 on the previous generation. I had both of them, but I preferred the 360, so I probably would have gone for the Xbox on this one. But the thing is, like the Series X, that looks shit.
Yeah,
like that doesn't. At least the PS4 can, PS5. Sorry, you can turn it sideways. It can fit under a television. This doesn't. It's like it's basically
PS5's a monster
computer.
as well, though. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, that comparison picture I sent you, it's massive.
Yeah,
but at least you can kind of put that in with your furniture, where like the Xbox is. It looks like it's a small computer.
It's just a bin, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, and I was talking about it with my mate, just like if it gets to the point where literally all you are buying is like a PC, basically. Like if you're just buying like a powerful console and it's getting to the point where it's like 600-700, and I didn't mention prices, but if it's getting to like 600-700 quid, why don't you just get a PC?
Well, I think for what they're offering, I think you'd be paying a lot more, to make a PC with them graphics.
Oh yeah, obviously.
But I do get that. But the thing is, I think like especially with Xbox, that is you can get Game Pass on a computer, so you can have a PlayStation and then have a computer that can play Xbox games anyway.
Yeah, because it's Microsoft,
so it kind of defeats the point of owning the Xbox anyway. But I mean, did you both watch the conference live, like when it was on? Or
it dragged on a bit.
The first scene was the Rockstar logo. My heart sank. Like I genuinely even though I've heard that like GTA 6 is a few years away, I was like, oh my god, they're gonna release GTA 6.
Yeah, and that's what the first thing I thought when I saw it, and then I thought and then they announced GTA 5, and I was like, are they still doing because I remember years ago buying the first one, and then I bought it again on PS4 and played it again, but then it's like this is the third generation we're coming up to. It's just
they make so much money off the online. Like I haven't, to be honest, I haven't played it online since I had it on the 360.
I've never played it online.
And I played it online for like a week, and it was just people. It was just you couldn't do it at that point. You couldn't play it online anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna bother. I mean, I've seen it on sale now for like a tenner. I've been tempted to get it on the PlayStation, but I enjoy GTA for the single player, just the story.
It's always been a single player game.
That's what GTA is to me.
Yeah, I know it's a big sandbox, and it's like a big sandbox, and it's all cool and all the stuff. I'm sure it's fun, but certain games are multiplayer games to me, and certain games are single player games.
Yeah, and that's why I think Fallout really sucked. The latest version, which was
I didn't get it.
Game.
I'm a massive mark for Fallout as well.
Same. And it wasn't well received in the Fallout community. I don't think.
The what community?
The Fallout community.
All right.
But actually, on that line, there was a Bethesda game. I'm not sure if it was the main studio or not, but is it Deathloop? Is that what it's called?
That looked good. Yeah, that looked interesting.
Yeah,
I think it was the thing with Bethesda is Bethesda has a lot of umbrella companies underneath it. That release games.
Yeah.
So it's to be honest, Bethesda's been a bit terrible the past. I don't know, since New Vegas wasn't even
Fallout 4.
New Vegas was I mean. I was dying. Like, I think Chris was living with me at the time. I was dying to play Fallout 4. Like, that was a game I was looking forward to for years, and I did enjoy it, but I was a bit disappointed by it.
Yeah, you always
overall.
used to play Fallout 3.
Yeah, because Fallout 3, and I mean, looking back at it, I think just like I prefer New Vegas over all of them, just because it was just so much freedom and what you could do. You could, you could.
It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was locked. Fallout 4, I thought I was locked into a story. It's like I'm playing this dad character. What if happens if I just want to go off the rails and kill everyone? But I'm still looking for my son, and then there's still it just didn't work for me as well as it should have.
Spending too much time on Skyrim for calculator and all the
Skyrim
stupid
for the smart fridge.
Literally every single thing you have in your house has got a screen on it you can play. Like, I've got a keyboard next to me. You can probably play Skyrim on it.
Yeah. Do you know it'll sell though?
I'm not good at them games. Like I haven't got to pay. I've got a short attention span.
I never took to Skyrim. I just think, like, I love Fallout, but I thought so. I like Skyrim, but medieval stuff for me is just a bit boring. Like, I like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I like Lord of the Rings.
I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought it was really entertaining. It was a good story, but I did play it several years after it came out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think I started playing it, and the
and
first town I went into, I killed a chicken, and like the rest of the town went mad and came after me.
Yeah, that's what.
And so I had to restart it, and then I had to do the whole beginning bit again. And I went, you know what, I can't be asked.
you do.
I think I've played Skyrim, the first hour of Skyrim, about 10 times and nothing more.
Yeah, I've done it a few
like
times.
over the years, like since it's come out.
Yeah, just never.
But it's interesting that you mentioned about killing a chicken, because we're asking what happens when you die. So much like that chicken, what do you think happens when you die, lads?
I think you get reincarnated.
I'd like to think you get reincarnated. I've always thought that'd be at least interesting.
Do you know
what would you want to be reincarnated as?
Batista's duck.
Yeah, I want to see how big I'd be.
Yeah, but there's always a chance you could be small. That's the
that's the caveat there, isn't it? Would you want to be? Would you think being a shark would be good, or do you think that'd be horrible?
Nah, I'm not into sharks.
Because you've got to keep moving, don't you? You can't just chill as a shark. Because if you stop moving, you'll die. Yeah.
Sea sharks, no.
Street sharks aren't real, Chris.
Well, that's why I wouldn't want to be a shark.
Because you can't go on the street.
Street sharks.
The only one I liked
I missed the street too much.
Sharks.
I had the toy of
sea
him.
Sharks.
It was
the bee sharks. Moxley.
I had the one with a big tongue called Moby Lick.
Oh yeah, I had him. Yeah.
He had pink.
What, the whale?
Yeah, he was a white.
He was pink.
Yeah, he was a killer
on.
whale. Yeah, he had pink jeans, and did yours have like a little dial at the back where you could spin his tongue around?
Damn right it did.
Of course it did.
Nice.
Did you ever put it down your cakes and turn the back of it? Just me. Okay, moving on. The next segment we're going to be talking about.
So we asked we asked around the Power Hour fans, and we asked them the roster. What happens when you die? Guys, what was their feedback?
Well, I spoke to Man Ranchler, and he said that when he dies, he hope he goes to the big web in the sky with all the fan ranchulers.
Oh, there's not many. I think there's one so far.
Nah. No one really likes Man Ranchler. I think
himself.
He's thinking a bit.
Yeah,
himself. Yeah, he's a massive mark for himself.
Yeah. Well, I actually spoke to Chester Draws, our winner of the first Battle Royale, and what he said, what he thinks happens when you die. I think he actually knows what happens when you die. There's one or two things. You either go to the Antiques Roadshow and you get sold, and then your life begins again in a new home, or you get sent to the scrapyard and you're repurposed and put into lots of different things.
That's quite a poignant, beautiful way to think about life, though, isn't it? I think that's a good way. I think he's got a good mind frame there.
He's been around long enough to pick up some wisdom, hasn't he? As we said.
He's at least 150 years old, maybe older.
Oh, at least.
He might be older than that. We don't know. Yeah. Or pieces of him might be older than that.
Yeah, you never know.
I'm sure his third drawer is a lot older than that.
Oh yeah.
Some handles, they definitely need some nice WD-40 there just to make sure they run squeaky clean.
He certainly ran squeaky clean in the Battle Royal.
They did. I asked Oil, and he said, "Doesn't concern me because I will never run out."
Strong words.
Strong words indeed.
I asked basically, and he replied, "Oh mate, that's proper heavy, that is," and walked off. So no real response from him.
I understand where he's coming from.
I asked Greg.
Yeah, he just doesn't like to think about the bigger issues, does he? He just likes his house music, likes his Jaeger bombs, and being with his bed.
Keep chill,
having a pint with the lads.
Nice chill.
His next shift on the building site.
Yeah, just simple things. He's a simple man.
live in the moment, YOLO. But I asked Greg, and Greg said done.
Strong words from Greg again.
I don't think anything really else needs to be said, does it? There?
He's, short and sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. D'Lo Brown, Cleveland Brown, the Cleveland Browns, Moxley. So the overgive actually turned up then at the end of that segment, and our audio cut out. You know what he's like about death? He just turns up and loves to say, no one's going to die here. So the overgiver, he'll be here. We'll have a nice interview of him next week, and we'll work out what's
so bright.
Yes,
it did, shining,
blinding.
Oh,
blinded by the lights.
Oh.
But anyway, Power Hour 8 in the books. How do you think it went?
Well, PH 8. I'm feeling great. No hate. Lovely. Love it. Love it, mate.
Well, I think Power Hour 8. I'm glad you're my mate, Moxley.
You know what, Adam? I'm really glad that you're my mate as well.
Oh, thank you, Chris.
And Adam, thanks for coming on.
It's a pleasure.
I think Adam will be here now for any of the post Monday Night Tuesday shows. Just to
break them down.
Well,
I think we need to appreciate the work that Adam does put into this. Like, he is the unsung hero of the Power Hour, and especially Monday Night Tuesday. So but we've been us three have literally been talking about this for years. So it's great.
They're finally doing it.
Yeah. Very, very happy. And I think you said the unsung hero. Contrast that to the oversung hero, which is imminently. He's not even a hero, to be honest. We were going to speak to him, however, we've actually run out of time. So so that'll be next week. Imminently, we'll have to be here.
I couldn't wait all episodes.
Yeah, no, I was looking forward to it because I thought I'm going to come on and this is going to be the week that he actually.
This is going to be the week. But listen, there's only so much power we can get in 1 hour, and unfortunately we're at the limit. So
do you think? What about next week then? Is he definitely coming on next week?
Yeah. That next week, so that's fine.
I can't believe I'm going to miss it.
We'll get him on at the start next week. So we'll get him on the start.
Yeah,
cannot wait.
Brilliant.
And of course, we're edging closer to our conspiracy theory special, episode 10.
Ooh.
So get them sending in. Polly, what's the Twitter?
Well, if you go on Twitter, everyone, and go on at MNC Wrestling. Don't worry about the Power Hour 6. We've jibbed all that off. We cut our ties with the Power Hour. Strong words were said. Strong words were lost. We lost. But we're bounced back, and it's MNC Wrestling. So give us a shout. If you go on YouTube, and if you write in MNT, we might not come up. So if you search for MNT episode 1 or Monday Night Tuesday episode 1, you'll find the first episode there. Give us a subscribe, do all that. We need all the love we can get.
Need the numbers. Yeah, and it'll be easier to find next time as well. So it all works out really well.
And you will get a premiere because we do put the episode up live. We have a live chat. You get a notification now before the show's on.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll all have a chat in there together.
That'd be lovely.
Absolutely. Join us for the Power Hour next week and Monday Night Tuesday in a month's time. On this show today, we covered a lot about death. But don't worry, the Power Hour's not going anywhere. It's alive and kicking. And it's alive and kicking by Simple Minds.
You turned me on. You lit me up like the sweetest cup I share with you. You lit me up. Don't you ever stop. I'm here with you. Now it's all or nothing. take me